Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart. So everybody that Katt sat right here and told you about, everything he was saying was on the up and up. No one's saying he's lying. I can't wait to see your next interviews with those people.
They ain't coming on now, Mo.
For years, people clowned Katt Williams. They called him bitter, jealous, and desperate for attention. Every time he spoke up, critics brushed him off like it was just noise. But now, the mood has shifted, and folks aren't laughing the same way anymore. Back in January 2024, when Katt sat down on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharpe, he let it fly. He mentioned powerful celebrities and hinted that some major figures were hiding serious secrets. Social media turned the interview into a circus at first. Memes went everywhere, clips went viral, and most people treated it like entertainment instead of information. Fast forward to 2026, and newly released government documents tied to Jeffrey Epstein have the internet buzzing again. Suddenly, the names Katt spoke about don't seem so random to some viewers.
Because what I think it is that everybody just wants to see him take an L on this one. And I'm just trying to figure out why. Why does everyone have such a vested interest in seeing Katt Williams take the fall for this or go down for this or be responsible for this or set it up or done this or done that? And the only thing that makes sense to me is oh, y'all want him to be bad because Diddy is still in jail. You know, Rock Nation is looking really bad, and all you Shluminati people, you know, you're all looking real bad right now. So y'all need the people that pointed it out to look even worse, don't you? That's what makes sense to me. That's what I see. And it's kind of disgusting because in my opinion, there's a lot of people that should be speaking up for Katt right now that's not. There's a lot of people on that tour that probably should have had something else to say other than what's being said.
Online debates are heating up, with many saying the documents raise big questions. Katt has doubled down too, making it clear he's not backing off or acting intimidated by anyone. After the Epstein Files Transparency Act became law in November 2025, the spotlight grew even brighter.
And nothing else really matters. That's what I do.
Is it easier to be quiet?
For who?
Anyone.
It's easy. It's easier for my enemies to be quiet. Where's my camera? Yeah. Just be quiet. Just shut up. And I'll pass right by. Yeah, I just had to say that.
Now people aren't asking if he was serious. They're asking how he connected the dots so early. That law pushed the Department of Justice to release records connected to the federal investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. It turned into one of the largest document releases in U.S. history. Thousands of pages dropped, and the internet went into detective mode overnight. One of the biggest names people claimed to spot in discussions online was Jay-Z, born Sean Carter, a billionaire mogul, a global brand, a cultural heavyweight many believe was untouchable. But it's important to be clear. Being named in documents or online chatter does not equal guilt.
We'll go to the parking lot, and I will watch them all go up there. And, you know, they would be thinking I'm coming later. I would just be on the car having a grand old time, smoking and laughing and watching everybody who's going. And yeah, so you can't tell me what goes on because 5 hours later, I'm still in the parking lot when they come down. And, you know, just to see all them big time Hollywood men that I just watched go up there, they all come down off the shuttle and looking sad in the eyes, and all of them wearing Sean John and looking oily, and they all walk crazy like this, and their shoelaces were always untied. I don't know why. Their shoelaces were always untied. And then they would get in their car and they would drive off standing up, big boy, with their head out there. All of them. And I couldn't believe it, but one of the highlights of my Hollywood career, you know. But you can't tell me, because I was there to see on both ends.
Hey man, you know what's wild up there? I'm wondering how many people would see, oh man, these are jokes.
None of the people that was on the shuttle.
Right.
And they the only ones I care about.
According to reports about an FBI crisis intake form filed in 2019, an anonymous woman made serious allegations tied to an incident she claimed happened in 1996. She alleged she was taken from her home and later found herself in a room with Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein. She claimed Weinstein assaulted her while Jay-Z was present. These are allegations, and no court has proven wrongdoing by Jay-Z in connection to this claim. Online commentators quickly compared these accusations to past statements made by Katt, who had hinted at powerful figures operating behind closed doors. Around the same time, Jaguar Wright publicly alleged that certain industry leaders had strong protection from influential backers.
Adjacent to or, traveling in the same circles as the person that's been selected to be this icon. Because let's just be very clear. He was selected, just like Diddy was selected. Question is by who? Now, for many years, I minded my business about a lot of things, but a lot of things came to me. I heard a lot of things. You gotta remember, this was back when I was still trying to be amicable with the industry so that I could have my career, so that I could have my life, right? Everything that I worked for, everything that I sacrificed. Up until, what? 2016, 2017, I was still ignoring a lot of things. A lot of things. It wasn't until I couldn't ignore it anymore because I realized this ain't going nowhere. And then when I started seeing exactly how dangerous things had become, it was very simple. It's either you're going to speak up or they're going to keep getting away with it, or you're going to get handled up on regardless because you're not playing along the way you should be playing along. Like that's how this works. Like the people that get rewarded are the people that keep the secrets, the people that are quiet, and the people that lie for them. The people who get a pass are the people who pretend that like they don't know what's going on. And then the people that speak up are the people that, get persecuted, get framed, get trashed, are forced to go broke, that kind of. So, yeah, I cannot say that it was an overnight process.
People also resurfaced old event footage showing Jay-Z and Weinstein attending the same high-profile gatherings, including a birthday celebration for Diddy. For context, Weinstein has since been convicted in court on separate charges. Still, online rumors move fast, and facts matter. People online started saying certain elites were always buddy-buddy, and that alone had folks connecting dots in a big way.
In your thoughts on Donald Trump and what it means for mass incarceration?
You know what? This is a labor of love for Jay, and as a result, he's my friend. We're here to talk about that and nothing else.
Well, then can I ask you about mass incarceration? And do you think the movement...
Old rumors that once sounded random suddenly felt heavier to some corners of the internet. Still, speculation is not proof, and that line matters.
Jay-Z in his situation, as far as the early Jay-Z, you see him with Aaliyah Young, of course, goes to Dame Dash next. You see him with Foxy Brown. You see the maturation of Beyonce and him getting with Beyonce. You see Rihanna at a young age. Is it more so, and you were young as a singer, is it more so that, when you're in this industry, men are going to most likely talk and date their peers? And it's just that technically all the new rising stars at that time
are babies.
Were just young women, just young kids.
Babies. Being ran around by grown men.
There was a video of Rihanna winning an award, and she was thanking her parents. And Jay-Z, he stepped in and, said, nah, she means to thank me. And he was being very overly aggressive. And you look at Rihanna's age at that time, you look at him, how much does power and influence, even for you, you were backstage, saw him cry, unplugged. How much does power and influence come to those?
I was also a grown woman and I was pregnant and married. She was a kid.
Wow.
She was a kid. Yeah, I remember that. No, you need to thank me. That's kind of ballsy, isn't it?
When you look back at it, it's if hypothetically, Jay-Z leaves the country right now, he goes Russell Simmons.
Yeah. He could.
Yeah.
He could do that.
He's a quiet man regardless, so it doesn't quite matter if he's here.
Then you've got Kanye West. Back in 2018, he publicly called out Jay-Z and Pusha T, saying they would never tell the full truth. At the time, many brushed him off and said he was spiraling. Now those old clips are being replayed with a totally different vibe.
People like Jay-Z and Pusha T, they made their living our people, so how the they gonna stand up for our people? You know what I'm saying? But we forget that because we love Jay-Z's music so much. We love Pusha's music so much, right? But you think they would ever, Beyonce had the best fit for somebody else? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You think they would ever tell the truth? No, if they told the truth about anything, they'd go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So you have liars. Man. Liars are now the face of our culture.
People are reanalyzing every word like it's a hidden message. Internet commentators also started tossing around claims that not just Jay-Z, but Beyonce had ties to Epstein's island.
Unsealed Epstein files have just dropped a bombshell that ties Jay-Z and Beyonce directly to Jeffrey Epstein's darkest secrets. These two are named in survivor testimony for taking part in horrifying human hunts deep in Africa's remote forests. So picture this: vulnerable young'uns released into the wilderness, then chased down with weapons, snarling packs of dogs, and even helicopters overhead. Survivors say Jay-Z and Beyonce weren't just watching, they were boots on the ground in Nigeria at least 3 times, laughing as they directed the chaos and even stepping in to finish off cornered victims in what witnesses call ritualized brutal slayings. There's talk of skin being taken as trophies. Nigerian police built a solid case from survivor accounts, but then high-level embassy contacts out of Washington shut it all down. Officers got transferred or pushed into early retirement, but one brave voice is still speaking out, risking his life.
To be clear, there are no official documents proving that. But in today's social media world, even an unverified claim can move at lightning speed. And while some argue that silence looks suspicious, legally speaking, silence is not evidence of wrongdoing. Then there's Richard Branson. His name reportedly appears multiple times in released communications. In one 2013 email, Epstein thanked Branson for hospitality and PR advice. Branson has publicly condemned Epstein's actions and said he supports justice for victims.
Emails that were found in the Epstein files where he tells Jeffrey to bring along his hair. Now, guys, his team says that he never would have said that if he fully understood the context in which he was talking to Jeffrey and Epstein about all of this. Except I'm pretty sure he understood the context because these emails were from 2013 and Jeffrey Epstein had already been convicted in 2008. And Branson is trying to email him a PR memo on how he can spin his 2008 conviction. So I'm pretty sure he was aware. Advises Jeff to see if he can get Bill Gates to say that he mentored him, and advises Epstein to say that he just slipped up after sleeping with a 17-and-a-half-year-old woman because the and a half makes a difference. And he's been punished for it and he's learned his lesson, obviously. Jeffrey responds thanking him for his PR advice. There are other emails from Richard Branson to Jeffrey Epstein, like this one where he asked him to bring his 2 Russian girls along, but I digress. He also has a history of harassing women, but don't worry guys, he doesn't remember the harassment. But I think his interview with Conan shows exactly how he felt he could treat women. Now, I can't show this entire interview. It's over 10 minutes long, and some of the things he says in it, you can't show on this app.
What's his name? Where does he live? Does this work for you? Does this work for you wherever you go? Only a billionaire could walk in a room, grab Salma Hayek, and throw him on the lap. She got you to take your clothes off, so I thought, you know. Everyone gets their own television set, is that right? Yeah.
Now you give me a job if this movie doesn't do well. Please go see it. It's wonderful.
Isn't she lovely?
Yes,
very nice.
I hate your life, by the way.
You've got $1 billion. Why do you also have to have Salma Hayek massaging you, pal? How can you go further with the airlines?
We like to make it fun. We're going to turn the Mile High Club into a legitimate thing, and we're going to put double beds on the planes. It's going to be an all-night affair for people like Salma and her English boyfriend.
You touch her one more time, I'll rip your head off, pal.
I've seen people say that Conan was serious about that, but the interview goes on. Richard Branson asks Salma Hayek what her first time was like. And Branson also discusses his modeling agency where he had Kate Moss sign up when she was a child, saying he wanted to keep in the theme of his company's name. So signing up young girls that were, I am appalled after seeing all of this today and how long it was allowed to go on when he acted this openly and brazenly in the public eye.
Sarah Ferguson, ex-wife of Prince Andrew, was also mentioned in emails from that era. Some exchanges showed friendly language during the period Epstein was under legal scrutiny. Context matters, and being named in correspondence does not automatically imply wrongdoing. A photo of Brett Ratner at an event near Epstein resurfaced too. Ratner explained he attended with his then-fiancée around 20 years ago and denied having a personal relationship. Now the spotlight, it's everywhere, and everybody's watching.
Now, in your book, you devote some time to his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, and I just wonder whether she's in danger as a world-class grifter as well, because the emails of Jeffrey Epstein show her acting absolutely appallingly, and not just on the sensational stuff, helping to set up meetings between that pedophile and her own goddaughter, for heaven's sake, and also her own daughters, and telling Epstein of another woman that you may marry her too, she's single, she has a great body, okay, well, marry me, and then we'll employ her. But then again, there's the financial links, with one email from Epstein saying he'd supported her financially for 15 years, Andrew. What did she do for him in return?
Well, Sarah Ferguson gave Epstein the sort of entree into Andrew and into the royal family. But who knows? I mean, there's still a lot more to come out. But you're absolutely right. Sarah Ferguson is a material witness to the King, to what was going on in Epstein's home. She was often a regular visitor there, and she should certainly be testifying to the Senate. But there's also HMRC, Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, should be looking at her. The Companies Act, I think she broke. The charitable laws, charitable things that she broke running her charities. So I think she's definitely worth investigation as well, and she should certainly be questioned about the misconduct in public office, as should his daughters, who accompanied him on many of these trips and used these trips to basically get contacts which they're now exploiting themselves.
Tech billionaires, music moguls, supermodels, media bosses, even former presidents. A survivor has spoken publicly, saying that during her time around Jeffrey Epstein, she witnessed a wide circle of many of those individuals have strongly denied any wrongdoing. The allegations are serious, but denial and due process are also part of the story. And this is why people keep circling back to Katt Williams. Supporters say he's been calling out the system for years. Even Orlando Brown once claimed Katt was right about how certain stars, like Kevin Hart, rose fast in the industry. Those are opinions, not proof, but they definitely keep the internet talking. Now, the real question isn't just who crossed paths with Epstein, it's who, if anyone, will face investigation, who could be charged, and who might walk away clear. That's where the tension sits.
We'll talk about what I've experienced, and what I've experienced is sitting in front of Katt Williams at his own house, $3 million mansion in Malibu. And this man told Tory Hart exactly what Kevin Hart did in order to be where he's at. Now, I don't know if it was Kevin that pissed him off. I don't know who it was that pissed him off. But I do understand that the comedy world is nothing to play with. And it's like, Kevin doesn't want to be a dinosaur. He's really a velociraptor. And some people are actually T-Rexes. And we have a system to break in this universe. Now, if I keep going with this posting that everyone's privy to, it's going to unlock certain systems in the universe that prove that dinosaurs are actually not extinct. That's what Katt knows. He knows the inner workings of how people turned into huge comedians. And I guess,
he says Kevin is an industry plant.
No, man. I mean, Kevin is a dinosaur, and I can't, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. He's Frankie Lyman.
And with Katt's past comments about secret power circles and hidden influence, people are waiting to see how he reacts next. 2026 might not just be about headlines or celebrity drama. It could turn into a bigger conversation about accountability and whether powerful figures are treated the same as everyone else.
Everybody's buttoned down like that and wants to control the world. There's something involved that's outlandish that they keep a secret. That's always been the case with secret societies. I mean, that's the whole Eyes Wide Shut thing, that there's some freak shit going on behind the scenes to anybody that really wants to control everything. You don't just want to control everything. You want to control everything so you can get away with some freak too.
Right, I'm saying, but these Epstein like characters have existed throughout history, whether they were kings or what, human beings are human beings universally. So everybody is a supplier. Epstein, Weinstein, like these guys knew what these extremists liked and provided it, and provided the way for you to to have $1 billion and not create a fantasy island type environment has not existed throughout history.
That's what the world is watching closely. What do you think happens next? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, share this video, subscribe for more updates, and I'll see you in the next one.